Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna build the main character of Dragon Ball, Goku, out of Lego. Before starting the build, I'm gonna give you a little bit of context. Not long ago, I was inspired by a very interesting article on Brick Nerd about Lego Chibi figures, and after that I built the Lego Chibi Wednesday. I really enjoyed building that and was also well received on the channel, so I decided that it's time to build another character. Meanwhile, I decided to participate to the Iron Forge. As you know, I'm always on the lookout for new contests. And last week, you saw one of my builds for the first round using swords pieces. That was the medieval hide and seek. I also submitted one more entry that was a micro scale sort of samurai scene that I didn't upload on the YouTube channel. And to my surprise, I managed to go to the second round, and now I need to build something using these sort of modified plate tooth pieces. I don't have the Unikitty one, but I managed to collect a few of the other kind of teeth in my collection, and then I started to build the character. So here, guys, we are at the base. Instead of starting from the head, I'm gonna start the other way around for this build. So here I put together a very quick base for the character. Later we're gonna add a little bit of detail. I'm not gonna show you how it's built because it's like very, very simple. We have some modified brick, stud on the side, back and forth. Then I added a layer of slopes at the bottom, and then plates and tile randomly on top. And here I'm already starting to add some of those tooth plate. In this case is a flat silver sort of metallic kind of toothpiece to this sort of rock surface that we're gonna make a little bit more interesting later. But let's start to build the character, starting from the core, starting from the body. This is gonna be the neck of Goku. This is a fairly new piece, I think, that I picked up recently from a local store. I'm gonna start by creating the shape of his body. He's wearing a sort of orange clothes with some blue details. So here is the main body. We are gonna connect at the back a little bit of extra clothing like this, and then I'm gonna add here on the side from the top, I'm gonna connect the shoulder piece that is gonna go down from the slope to these legs. Here is the same kind of slope that I use for the shoulder. I wanted to use one of the tooth plates also for the feet, like this one, but I didn't have in blue. It was actually the perfect shape for the feet of this character, but I didn't have any in blue, so I just went with this more regular one, and the character is gonna be connected more or less something like this. Okay, now we need to finish it up here at the front. Here we are gonna add a little bit of details. Here I use some slopes, some cone pieces with that bar in the center so that I can create this sort of belt. I actually have one piece that would be very useful for that, which is this one, but I didn't have it in blue. So instead of using this one, I went with something a little bit bigger. This figure is not perfect. As you can see, for example, here, there is a little bit of gap. Maybe I could fill it up with some brackets or sort of things like that. But I was rushing because I only have 1 week to build for this contest. So I decided to not finish off the build too much. Then I'm gonna add the arms. Here I have a sort of flex arm build on the left side. Again, I use the slopes, a sort of end here with a bracket, and then a round shoulder kind of thing. This arm is not the best, but it's gonna be a little bit hidden at the back because the pose is gonna be a little bit like this. So I think this one is a little bit more interesting. I use a bigger slope, a sort of arch piece. Here I use one of those corner tooth for the end, and one more of the flat one here on the shoulder. This is gonna connect to the modified brick in the same way. And now is the little bit tricky part. So over here I wanna create a sort of energy ball kind of effect. That is his signature move. So I have this sort of bluish trans blue power blast thingy that are gonna connect there. but they are a little bit flimsy, so I need to find the perfect combination so that they don't fall over, and also this tooth piece is a little bit in the way. So this one, we got it right. Now we need to connect the other one over here. Now give me, guys, just a moment, and I should be able to put this together in the appropriate way. We need to angle it a little bit. Okay, this seems like it's working. So this is the kind of effect that I'm going for. We are gonna attach the feet over there, and now we have Goku already in an interesting pose. Now, before I'm gonna build the head, which is a little bit more interesting, I'm gonna add a little bit of details to the scene. So what I did is to create some sort of pieces of rocks that are coming up from the floor. So he's collecting all his energy. This is pretty scenes that are pretty common in this cartoon, which we have these when they're collecting the energy, then all the surrounding area get a bit of sort of like earthquake kind of effect, and all these rocks are coming off the floor. So here I added a few details. We have also a loose one that I'm gonna add here at the back. I elevated everything with some bar with the angle, the minifigure stand kind of thing. And these are gonna be just to create a little bit more interesting scene. Later I'm gonna show you also the picture that I will upload for the contest. So I think now we have the scene a little bit more interesting with all of these different kind of pieces flying off the rocks. Okay, now it's time to move this a little bit to the side and build the head. The head is the same structure that I had for Wednesday. You can go and check it out if you want something more detailed, or you can check out the link to that article that I mentioned on Brick Nerd, because that's where I learned how to build these sort of chibi kind of faces. Then from there, I went on and building my own thing. So here I'm gonna use a few different kind of modified bricks to create the hair. So this is gonna connect here on the side. I think we can start maybe from the top. So this is gonna sit on top here, and later we are gonna finish it off with more details at the front. We are gonna use a 1x2 on the side here to create a little bit more connections. Here at the back is gonna be something like this, if I'm not wrong. And these are gonna be connecting here at the front, one like this, one like this, and one more like this. Here we're gonna continue on the top to add a little bit more details. Again, I use different kind of slopes, and some of those tooth in bright light orange. Here we are gonna use some jumpers. The back side of the head is not gonna be very nice, but it's not gonna be seen in the picture. And I also decided to use some of these to give a little bit of an angle to there. If having the right pieces and a bit more time, maybe we could still use something like this to maybe give the hair a different angle, or maybe going a little bit to the side, both on top and also at the front here, to make it a little bit more interesting. But I didn't have that much time, and I wanted to upload a video for you guys on the channel to see how this came together. Here we're gonna add the last piece to cover up all the additional parts here on the side. And now we have the head ready. We can bring back the base with the body of Son Goku, the detail of the rocks at the back, and we are gonna connect this actually with a jumper only to one side of the neck, so that I can rotate a little bit, otherwise it will be only facing straight. And I think it's a little bit more interesting if I connect it on one side, so it allows me to rotate a little bit the head in whatever direction I want to go. So here's my build, guys. Let me know what you think about this one. Now we'll put on camera the actual picture that I upload on the contest. Let me know if you like this one, as well as the previous Wednesday chibi figure. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Ciao ciao!